We're back at you here, Cheryl Rich, Hip Hop Talk Radio, CRN Digital Talk Radio. 1-800-336-2225 is the call-in number. CRNtalk.com. Sister Asia was just with us. Sister Asia, say hi.
Peace and blessings.
Indeed. I do not have the kind of background, and yet in hip hop, and yet we're here in the same generation. And about 10 years ago is when I connected with Layla Steinberg, and I've been around it for 10 years, and all I can say, my very first song I heard, well, besides hip hop to the hippity hop, I heard Regulate. And I remember closing my ears to it, thinking my girlfriend would get in the car, and I said, why are you putting that on? And then I came here from Cleveland, Ohio to Los Angeles and connected with Layla and realized that young people come. It gives us an avenue into a conversation, and it is about healing. And High Hopes, I'm going to bring you in right now, my brother, because it can't be denied. Why is hip-hop so powerful?
It is so powerful. It's funny you mentioned that song Regulators, which is the first song I ever learned all the words to. I literally had my cousin teach me, what's that word? Can you teach me the first verse? And I'll never forget that song because I had someone teach me, and that was my first hip hop song that I learned, the one that you were trying to turn off. And this is why we're happy that you turned it back on. Hip hop inspires people to do three things that to me makes hip hop very powerful. Number one, hip hop inspires people to use their voice. We live in a world where many people don't have the freedom of speech, where people are not encouraged to speak up and to use their natural talent in order to be heard because they feel like if I do speak up, it won't matter anyway. Well, the hip hop community and those hip hoppers said, I don't care, I'm gonna speak up and I'm gonna make sure that it's heard because it's over a beat by Little John, or I'm gonna make sure that it's heard even if I'm parole because I've hooked up with the Neptunes. Number two, hip hop inspires people to maximize their confidence. You could feel like you're worthless. You could feel like no one loves you and no one cares to you. But if you put on a hip hop song with the right tempo and the right message, you could feel like the king of Atlanta from Death Row. Okay? It transcends time and space. And more importantly, number three, hip-hop inspires people to have a prosperity mindset. I remember I was rolling in my hoopty one day and I turned on the radio and they were a song talking about big rims and cars and clothes and cash and making it rain. And I said, why are these people talking about that? I'm so sick of them talking about that. Then I realized I probably don't like it because I'm in a hoopty. So there was a KRS-One said, what does the rich versus poor really mean? Psychologically, it means you got to pick your team. They've picked their team and they've chose to have a prosperity mindset.
I like that, brother.
Wow. I'm talking about the power of this, to just hear you young people be able to communicate with such passion behind it. You know, what I know today is that it is so many young people dying, you know? I mean, it is so many young people and this language of hip-hop, rap, and somehow has it gone astray? Has it not gone astray? Everyone has a right to their voice and their art form. But what is this? And I mean, from poverty to privilege. From poverty to privilege, this language is now coming out of bedrooms and basements. And what's going on? Any feedback on that, you guys?
Well, you touched on it earlier. We were talking before we got on the air about the Soulja Boy factor. And I think it's important to mention that. What happened with Soulja Boy?
Well, from my understanding, Soulja Boy has had some trouble inside of the law at this point.
But who is Soulja Boy, for those that don't know?
Soulja Boy is a hip-hop artist.
His big song
was his song, guys. Spit it.
Superman. Oh, do the Soulja. What was that song? I can't remember the words.
Different time and movement and sound when he came, when he brought that.
I see.
But by using the power of the internet, he got his music heard and got a $1 million record deal from getting his music out there.
Okay.
And he's sold thousands of millions of records. And what happened recently, Cheryl?
Well, recently he's had some criminal problems, some trouble with the law. You know, riding, from my understanding, with some things in the car, and so it's alleged at this point because we don't know for sure. But he's not a gangster rapper, am I right?
There is no such thing as a gangster rapper.
Okay.
Gangsters don't rap.
Good point.
I think it's just a name.
I see.
A label.
How did that happen?
It was great branding.
Gotcha.
Yes.
You guys, we are here. Hip Hop Talk Radio, CRN Digital Talk Radio. We can be found at crntalk.com, 1-800-336-2225, talking about the power of hip hop.
Want clear, healthy, beautiful skin?